It is time for us to check sports, and we bring in Mike Cozzi. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning. I was just about to leave.
I know. I'm running late with all the announcements we have this morning, the things that are going on. Well, the big story in sports, really, and it's a wow, is that the NBA has. On the way in, I heard people talking. They haven't canceled the season. They've suspended the season. It will probably wind up with the cancellation. But one of the players tested positive for the virus, and he was in direct contact with 34 other players and 8 officials, and also several members of the press. So the NBA just decided to close down shop for a while. That's a big story.
Yeah, I mean, I got mixed feelings about it. I don't know if it should be done or not. If one person is sick, you don't close an entire factory. So I don't know. I don't know what to think about it.
It's just out there. That's all. It's there as a story. What else do we have to talk about in sports now?
The Rangers lost again last night, so they're fighting for their lives, along with the Islanders, who's lost their last 7. So pay attention to that. Maybe hockey will stop playing. Who knows? The NCAA tournament's going to play in front of a closed crowd. There'll just be a minimal amount of people allowed to watch the game. So that's going to be an interesting twist when you watch it on TV. It'll be pretty quiet. You'll probably be able to hear the players talking.
Yeah, and the whole thing about that is that takes away some of the energy from the players as well. It really does. I mean, when you're used to playing in front of, let's say, 16, 17,000 people screaming and yelling, pumping you up, it's going to be interesting to see how this whole thing develops. Really, with the NCAA, with hockey, and even down the road with baseball. Who knows? I mean, what's going to go on? It's just a very strange time.
The world stops.
It's a very, very strange time. A real sad story. Floyd Mayweather's ex was found dead, and they're investigating the circumstances around her. Floyd Mayweather. You know, Mike, I was watching some old videos of boxing and Floyd Mayweather, but also the heavyweight division the other day on the internet. And professional boxing, as brutal as it is nothing like these bare fist knuckle fighters that they do. But boy, in the heyday of boxing and watching those heavyweights, it was an amazing sport to watch. It really was.
You got to go back a long way for that.
Oh,
because the heavyweight champion was one of the most recognized people in the world.
Got to go back 25 years, easy.
20, more than that.
Yeah, 25, 30 years at least.
For me, you got to go back to Tyson and beyond.
Yeah, that's right. So it's probably 40 years. You're right. Yeah, it's. But when you look at those fights, oh my God, they were unbelievable.
Yeah, they were events. They were big events. It was good stuff. I mean, boxing. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But it was good stuff to watch. They were good matches, and there were a bunch of guys that could have been world champion, and it was an entirely different era.
And it was before pay TV, so guess what? Most of these fights were broadcast on ABC Live.
Some of them, like toward the end, I remember like the Frazier fights and all of them. You got to go to the theater to see them.
Yeah, but for earlier than that, you got to see Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier. You got to see all these people live on TV. You got to see Norton. You got to see George Foreman in his heyday. I mean, Ron Lyle, who.
Well, there were only 7 channels then too.
Yeah.
I mean, people probably don't know how you could exist with only 7 channels.
That's right. Oh,
what are you going to do without the shopping network?
With the shopping network, there's like 10 of them now.
Yeah, I know.
There's like
the
10
Food
of them.
Network, the shopping network, the Cuckoo Bird Network. There's plenty of stuff out there.
Yeah, so, all right. So, I guess I'm trying to think what else there is to talk about in sports, but
not much. Everything's like on a holding pattern.
Yeah, I
don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's just strange. It really is. As a matter of fact, it's so strange. I was sleeping last night, and my phone went off, which is by my bed, and the thing over the NBA came over, and I woke right up and I sent it right over to Mike because it was just such a shocker to see it. The only time we had suspension in sports was when the players went on strike before.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a strange time. We have any horse racing coming up this weekend?
Yeah, we got a big race in Oaklawn, so we'll be doing that tomorrow morning. I looked at the cards for the 2 Florida tracks and the fairgrounds, and pretty weak racing weekend this weekend. But you have one focal point with the 3-year-old preps, which will be in Oaklawn Park. So that's where we'll be.
All right. Well, Mike, we'll check with you tomorrow and see what we can talk about.
I'll be here.
All right,
My school had preps for working at home, so if something happens, I'll be working at home for a while.
Yeah, there's things put in effect on the New York, Massachusetts, and Connecticut side of the border in schools as well here. So
well, it's pretty easy for us because we do everything on a computer already.
Yeah.
So we would just videotape lessons with video and sound, and just perform the lessons that way, and the kids have the day to do it. So we won't miss a beat.
All right, Mike. Well, we'll check with you tomorrow.
I'll be here.
Take care.
Have a great day.
Mike Cozzi with a check on sports this morning, as strange as it is here on Robin Hood Radio.